Commissioners, my name is Jonathan Lewis, and I'm a program coordinator with the Homelessness and Urban Camping Impact Reduction Program, or HUCRP by our better known acronym. But we are the group responsible for administering the one point of contact campsite reporting system. Today, I'm going to provide an overview of one point of contact, and I will also showcase our report forms, discuss our assessment process, and also our posting criteria for campsite cleanups. As a program, we are committed to addressing the camps that pose the greatest risk to public health and safety. That's where we send our resources first and foremost. One point of contact is designed to better identify where those camps exist, and we do this through our partnership with the community. One point of contact is a system that provides one single place to report issues of camping or garbage. It's intended to simplify the process of reporting, and there are 3 ways that individuals can submit reports. They can use our campsite report form, PDX reporter, or they can call City County Information and Referral, and an Information and Referral specialist will take a report for them over the phone. Individuals need only pick one. HUCRP, our group, a team of 3, we receive anywhere from 800 to 1,200 reports a week surrounding issues of homelessness. This is our campsite report form for folks that are not familiar. PDX Reporter is the other web form folks can access online. When reporting, the most important piece of information that we need is really a location. Please note it is not necessary to submit multiple reports in one day. Generally speaking, submitting a new report once or twice a week is appropriate and in fact helpful for us as we work with our partners to help address the issue. So what happens after you submit a campsite report? This very detailed flowchart can be found on our website for folks that are interested in reading the fine print. But typically, our first responder is a group called Clean Start. Clean Start is a homeless to work program through Central City Concern. They respond by going to the reported location and conducting an assessment on behalf of the city. If the report is just garbage and not an active camp, they will pick up the garbage, send us back a report, and move on to the next location. If they find it is an active campsite, then they will engage with the individuals that are there. They will pick up camper-identified garbage. They'll pass out trash bags to assist folks in keeping their area clean. And then they'll take pictures of the site, and they'll send us back an assessment as to what they found. The assessment they send us is based off of criteria we have given them, which I will discuss in the next slide. And we use that to triage the many hundreds of requests for cleanup we get every week. This is a list of our primary posting criteria we use whenever making a determination to post a campsite. This list and our matrix has been vetted through several community work groups, including a Home for Everyone's Safety Off the Streets. Assessment criteria includes, but is not limited to, conspicuous drug use, the amount of trash, ADA access restrictions, environmental impact, is it next to a school, a park, or private residence? Are there reports of violence or crime? If a site meets a certain threshold, then we will post it for cleanup. In the next few slides, I will showcase examples of sites that have been posted for cleanup. But before that, I want to explain what a post actually means. A post refers to the written notification that we are required to give folks who are camping in any given area before we can remove any personal property that may be there. Previously, our posting time frame was 24 hours to 7 days, but with our new intergovernmental agreement with ODOT, the Oregon Department of Transportation, the new posting time frame throughout the city is now 48 hours to 10 days. Once a site gets posted for cleanup, outreach workers are notified so that they might have an opportunity to engage with folks that are present at the site before we come back to remove any personal property that may be left behind. I do want to be clear with folks that simply reporting a site does not mean the city will be going to immediately remove that camp. There is a process that we follow in order to protect all individuals involved. It is our intent to be as transparent as possible with everyone in the community, both housed and unhoused, so that folks know what we are doing and when. In January through June of 2019, 15% of all sites assessed by Clean Start were posted for cleanup. That means out of all the sites Clean Start went to assess, only 15% met our posting thresholds and were actually posted. Rapid response completes anywhere from 30 to 50 posted cleanups a week. During winter months, when severe weather is declared by the county, we do not remove personal property and we do not ask people to move. We want folks to get to a warming shelter and not to have to worry about their personal belongings. This site is an example of one posted location. This area was posted as it met several criteria, including, but not limited to, the amount of trash. There were ADA accessibility issues, evidence of conspicuous drug use, in addition to some other factors. This site is an example of another location. This area again met several criteria, including but not limited to some environmental concerns, burning of some hazardous materials. There was a large amount of trash, also evidence of conspicuous drug use, and the camp was also rather large. Here is a third and final example of a posted site that also met our criteria, including but not limited to the amount of trash that was present. There were environmental concerns, and this particular area is posted no trespassing.
Can I show you some pictures of really nice camps?
We're going to work. Please let him finish his presentation.
My next slide actually does show areas of town where our posting criteria was not met. These are 3 different locations. Each picture is a different spot. So this, again, is an example where posting criteria is not met, but impact reduction services continue. By impact reduction services, I mean primarily through the use of Clean Start. We will continue to pick up trash, engage with the campers, and offer resources. Personal property collected from cleanups is stored for up to 30 days in our storage facility. This is a picture from inside our storage warehouse. Our warehouse is in inner southeast Portland near the Orange Max line. We do now have expanded hours of operations so folks can come to reclaim their property free of charge. So to recap quickly, folks can file a report using any one of the 3 methods identified. They can use our campsite report form, PDX reporter, or city county information and referral. Clean Start gets dispatched to do an assessment, pick up garbage, and engage with the folks that are there. Hucker reviews the incident and report sent back from Clean Start. If the site does not meet criteria for posting, we will continue to monitor the situation through the use of continued reports, and we will focus on those impact reduction efforts, working with partners as able. If the site meets the criteria for posting, we will put it on our list to post and triage that posting and cleanup with sites already in the queue. We notify social services and then begin coordinating with our internal and external partners. Then, at least 48 hours after the notice gets posted to folks informing them of a pending cleanup, city contracted vendors come back to remove whatever is left behind. Property is stored in our storage warehouse in inner southeast Portland along the Orange Max line, and folks can come to reclaim their property within 30 days of its removal free of charge. We coordinate closely with service providers, but we also are strategizing new ways of engaging with an extremely vulnerable and highly marginalized population. Part of that strategy involves a group called the Navigation Team. This is a group of highly specialized outreach workers who work specifically at high-impact encampments and meet with folks where they're at. Once they've had an opportunity to engage and work with everyone present, they notify us and we post the site for cleanup. Here are some of the outcomes of their work. We have captured here data from 8 sites they have worked at. They are currently wrapping up work at their 9th site now, and we expect these figures to grow substantially from that work. Here are some of our performance measures.
Could you go back and please give us a few more sentences on that? Because I think the work of the outreach teams is critically important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this number, particularly at the top, the number of individuals engaged, 443 people, I think is absolutely amazing. These guys, they go to areas that we have identified as being high impact, and they work for a temporary but unspecified amount of time, and in that time they really are working with folks to figure out what exactly they need. So for some it's glasses, others it's a birth certificate. I mean, it could be any number of things, but really the idea is to help them navigate resources and to have better access to services.
Yeah, sometimes I think you sell yourself short, and I'm enjoying the presentation, but I just have to note here, you're helping people get IDs,
Yeah.
you're helping people get into treatment, you're helping them get into housing and to permanent supportive housing, you're helping get people into shelter if they want to get into shelter, and you're helping, I certainly appreciate the fact that you're helping people get basic things like eyeglasses and connecting them to the Oregon Health Plan.
Yes.
So this to me is important to highlight because it's part of the compassionate response.
Yes, and thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner
And,
Hardesty.
yes, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you. On that same note, I'm curious, what is the percentage of cleanups that take place as compared to sweeps that actually move people, right? So if you're thinking about you do X number total, right, of cleanups